Pesachim Daf. Hey, today's email comes to us from Rabbi Bernard David, from the original members of the Manchester Chabura who joined us close to 3 years ago. And he writes, this morning's shir was absolutely brilliant. Bidl chametz, v'dikas chametz, the R's of Taisvas and the Shittas Haran, all fantastically and expertly explained. Please welcome 3 new members to our Daf family Chabura shir. Amazing. Dr. Jeff Schreier, who's a local general practitioner, Rabbi Eliezer Wolfson, ex-Glasgow, Rav Emechanech, Mr. Shaya Halper, and we welcome them. Have a great day. Bernard David. Another email from Avi Mandelbaum. He welcomes 3 of his friends, Chaim Laufer, Danny Gilbert, who wrote me an email on learning, thank you, and Steve Lauderdale. Welcome to the family, Rabbi Isai. Yesterday we were discussing, where do we know that you burn chametz Erev Pesach? And today we're going to discuss that and how do we know it's midday? So yesterday we started off by saying, Abaye Shita, Ach Bayom Rishon goes on to prove that Bayom Rishon is referring to Erev Pesach. The pasuk says Bayom, so it means during the day, not at night. But how do we know midday? Because Ach is L'chalik. Ach divides. Not in the beginning of the day, not at the end, but smack in the middle. The very Rebbe Shmuel said second shot. Rishon is referring to the 14th of Nisan, like the pasuk says, B'Rishon bar Ba'asar. Third shot is Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. When the Torah says Harishon with the Hey, it's referring to before, not the first. Rather, the meaning of the word means before. Like the pasuk says, Harishon Adam. Are you before Adam? Anytime it says Harishon, it comes to give us a drasha. The pasuk says Harishon numerous times. It says once by the Isser Malacha of Pesach, Isser Malacha of Sukkot, and by Lulav. And Taisus points out, since all 3 of them are in the Parsha Hamayados of the Chagim, therefore we darshan them together in the Torah, and the Gemara says that because we were Rishon, we were first for these 3 things, Pesach, Sukkot, and Lulav, we were Zoichet to 3 things. We were Zoichet to destroy Esav, to the Binyan Beis Hamikdash, and Shmoy Shel Mashiach. Rava says a 4th pshat. Since it says in the pasuk, Sishchat al chametz dam zivchi, you cannot shech the carbon Pesach when you still have chametz. And it's referring to the earliest time of Shchitas Pesach, the Zman Shchita, and that's midday. Rabbi Akiva says, since Havara, lighting a fire, is an Av Melacha, so you cannot burn your chametz on Yom Tov. That would be awesome. Says Rava, we see from Rabbi Akiva 3 major halachas. First of all, you do beer chametz with fire. Second of all, you see what Rabbi Akiva holds in regard to the famous machlokes in Masechta Shabbos. Torah says, you shouldn't do 39 melachas. And then the Torah goes and picks Havara, lighting a fire. Why? One man says, Lilav Yatzas. It's come to tell us that lighting a fire is different than all the 39 melachas. You don't get skila for it. It's a lav. Or L'chalik Yatzas. And we see over here that Rabbi Akiva holds L'chalik Yatzas, that Havara comes to teach us that each and every one of the 39 melachas is his own melacha, and you have to bring a karban. If you did 39 melachas on Shabbos, you bring 39 karbanas. From the fact that Rabbi Akiva says Av melacha, you see that he holds that it's a real, true melacha. And finally, he says, you see from Rabbi Akiva, you don't say the concept of hayil, since you can make a fire on Yom Tov to cook food, so you could also make a fire in another place to burn the chametz. You don't say since. Rabbi Yossi says the 6th and final pshat, similar to the pshat we had earlier, but in the reverse. The word ach is l'chalik, to divide the day in half. And you can eat chametz in the first part, and the second part you have to burn the chametz. Maybe you should burn chametz on Yom Tov itself, on the 14th at night. We say a hekesh, like we said yesterday. Burning of the chametz has a hekesh to chametz, and chametz is a hekesh to matzah, and that's at night, so it's usher to have the chametz at night. When the pasuk says lo yimatzeh lecha, even though you could actually see the chametz, it gives you a heter that if it's not your chametz, the guy brings it to your house, you can keep it there. But the Torah says lecha twice, and we learn from the second time that if the guy is under your control, you cannot accept from him a pekadain. If you have achrayis, you're taking responsibility. It's as if it's yours, and it's also for you to bury the chametz. Burying is not a good way out of it. Lo yira b'chol gvulecha, even if you put it in a pit, it's still also to have that chametz. Gemara gives Gzeira Shava. We have 2 words that are exactly the same, and it teaches us sa'ar, just like you have isurim when the chametz is in your house, so too when it's not in your house, b'gvulecha, anywhere outside of your house, if it's your chametz, you are chayiv. There's a concept called davar hagorim lamaman kemaman or lav kemaman. Meaning, this chametz, if someone were to take it away from you, let's say you stole somebody's chametz, you could just go back and give him that chametz. Even though it's asur b'hana, you say, this is yours. If somebody takes it away from you, steals it from you, now he just caused you a loss, because you have to go and replace that chametz. That's davar hagorim l'mammon. So, if you hold lav mammon, it doesn't have any monetary value. That is to say, that doesn't make the chametz money. It's not worth anything. It doesn't have any value. So therefore, the question is, why would you be chayiv for chametz? And the answer is because the Torah says lo yimatzeh. It's a riboy that you're chayiv even in such a situation. Have a wonderful day.